Good morning, friends. Happy Thursday. I'm Amanda. Welcome to Be the Brightness. It is Thursday, July 25th, I think. It's been a blur. But big things have happened I wanted to share because I think you can do magical things too. So I've come to a determination this week that I make magic happen. I sure do. And I'm owning that and continuing my my high confidence that I was talking about earlier this week, because I need to really pump myself up to get through the end of the year. So, but I had something happen that kind of proves I make magic happen, and that's really cool. So, what does that even mean? So it has to do with work. I gotta talk in extreme generalities, but I think you'll still get the idea. So Friday, I don't know, we'll say like noontime last Friday, less than a week ago, I got a request from a very large government agency to pull a rabbit out of a hat to solve a problem. They had a problem and they pick the phone up and call me and say, hey, like, we really need you to solve this problem. What can you do to help us? And I'm like, this is not what I do. This is not what my company is built to do. Let me see what I can do for you. So we had so that was like, we'll say 4 hours, half the workday Friday. I'm starting to do research and trying to identify what products in our product portfolio I can pull off the shelf to try to make this work. How much custom work do we have to do? Is this going to be a total hack job? Like, how am I going to meet the need that the customer has, right? Because if I don't want them to give business, the business to somebody else, right? So we're like 4 hours in on Friday. Monday, I spend more time meeting with now an external partner that we have to talk about how they might be able to help. And we're like, yeah, this is great. This will work. Or that was Tuesday. It's all a blur. Monday, I was doing more internal work, trying to decide like how much of a custom solution is viable. There's a lot of like liability and risk going down that road. Wasn't really viable. Nobody on the team felt comfortable with it. So then we pulled in this partner on Tuesday, met with the customer yesterday. Perfect solution. All right. It checks all the boxes. It meets their need. It is a robust, reliable, trustworthy solution. This partner just did a very similar thing for an end user base of like 12 million, which was way above and beyond what the customer needed. So like it's there, right? It's there for them to use. I pulled the rabbit out of the hat. You know, I had it by the ears in like, I don't know, 12 working hours after they told me on Friday. So 8, 16, 24, in less than like 28 hours, working hours, they gave me an impossible ask to pull a rabbit out of a hat. I pulled the rabbit out of the hat and said, here's a rabbit. Adorable, right? Perfect. And then this morning I checked in and I was like, hey, how you doing? How's it going over there? What'd you decide on to do? And they're like, yeah, we're not going to do that. It's too much work. And I'm like, what? I gave you a solution on a silver platter and we're going to do the work, but they don't want, there's one hurdle they have to get through that they just don't want to do, which is unfortunate, really unfortunate. So what does that mean? It means I still did a really incredible thing. I stepped up to the ask and in a very, very, very short amount of time, turned around a solution that they could use. And then they decided not to use it. I don't agree with the decision, but you know, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. I know that I gave them the best solution possible for this problem. And that's fine, right? That's fine. So I did my job. Made the impossible possible, right? Made the intangible tangible. These are all the things that I do, right? So, I make magic happen. And it's because I care, right? It's because I care about my customers. I have their best interests in mind, and I know about their business, right? I know who is using these things. I know the level of risk. I know what happens when things go bad, and I want them to be successful. So it's because I care that I'm able to do these things, right? And make magic happen for my customers, move mountains and all those sayings, right? I do all of that all the time. And that's pretty incredible. It's pretty incredible. And, it's something I need to own more. I need to stop being so humble, right? Like I was saying earlier in the week, you can be confident and not a jerk about it, right? So that's where I am. So I have a hunch that that's going to come back. We'll see what happens in the next few weeks, but at least I know I have a solution ready for them to tap into. So exciting things happening there. We'll see what happens. But, so interesting work story for you. I wish I could give you more details, but I can't. So, that is that. Now on to what can you take from that? I don't know. What can you take from that, right? Like being able to, have those skill set, right? Like I tapped into a skill set that I have to navigate multiple teams of people, to learn a lot of stuff quickly. Like there was some new technology components that I'm not a super expert in that I haven't had to work with yet. And I had to tap into that stuff. So I had to learn very quickly about, what some stuff does, how it does it, how we protect end user information, like lots of learning on the fly, critical thinking, listening to understand, right? Not to just reply. So all of these skills that we talk about in like how we change our lives are applicable to work too, right? It makes you a better employee if you have a good tool set like this. And it makes you rise to the occasion when these things come up, right? So, there's a lot of what I talk about here, what I'm trying to teach you and the tool set I'm helping you build is exactly like what happened at work, right? I'm here, I'm giving you the tools, and the solutions, right? Just like I did for work. And they decided not to use it. That's fine. If you decide not to use it, that's fine too. But when something happens, they can't come and blame me if this thing doesn't work, right? Like if they go a different road and it's a disaster, like that's not my fault. Like they can't come to me and be like, oh, and I'm like, well, I gave you a thing and you didn't want to do the thing. So it's the same thing here, right? Like I give you guys all sorts of tips and tricks and, different tools and things, like just to kind of leave seeds or breadcrumbs or however we want to think about it. So that way you can think on your own, right? Everybody has a challenging circumstance in life. Everybody has a challenging family member. Everybody has a challenging something, right? But it's up to you to make better, right? It's up to you to leverage what you have at your disposal. And I'm giving you a lot, right? And take it and run with it, take what works and leave what doesn't, this is not a one size fits all thing here. That's why I try to keep a broad spectrum of different topics and things, because different things apply to different situations and we're all living unique individual lives with different challenges and all this stuff. So yeah, but I just thought it was cool that I made it happen yet again, yet again. And I'm going to keep making it happen, in the future too, as things come across. And that's what you got to do, right? That's what you got to do. And yeah, it's been a really super stressful few days, and I don't want to say I'm disappointed in their decision, but, I'm surprised because once I gave them the solution, they seemed to really eat it up. But now it's just like, oh, well, we don't know. And no, we're not going to do it. But like I said, whatever, it's fine. I did really, really well on my part. It's still an accomplishment, right? Because now the customer knows that we care, and we're not going to just throw a Band-Aid on, right? Like throwing a Band-Aid on a technical problem is never, ever a good thing, because then you have just a bigger mess to deal with later on for all sorts of reasons. So I'm not in the business of doing that. I only present tried and true solutions that will be viable and have longevity and are going to truly solve the problem, right? And that's what I did in like 2.5 work days, from Amanda, oh my God, fix this problem, to here you go, Mr. Customer, here's your solution. So that's pretty incredible. I'm proud of myself. I learned a lot, and now I have knowledge that people can't take away, right? That's a win. People can't take away knowledge. So that's where things are here. I have a zillion other things to do, like always. And yeah. So celebrate the wins, even if it's not a traditional win, right? Like some people be like, oh, well, they're not going to move forward. So it's not a win. It's not, no, but it is. It is. There's so many challenging dynamics at play that I've navigated the last few days that this is a win to be able to get the ask and deliver. Whether they go with it or not, that's on them. But yeah, no, definitely an accomplishment. So we'll see what else the day has to bring. It's only 10 in the morning. Still have a lot of day ahead of me. And I have bowling tonight. So I can't remember if I mentioned or not, but I got back on a summer bowling league. I haven't bowled in a long time, and we're doing really good. We're in first place. And we have a few more weeks ahead of us. So hopefully we can keep things in there. But yeah, I'm excited and looking forward to that tonight. So, have a great day. Make smart choices, right? Work smarter, not harder. Leverage the tools and everything you have at your disposal, right? And if you need help, ask for help, right? So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what the next challenge is that comes across my desk, right? And what more magic I can make happen. So, it's crazy. I've been back to work like 2 months, just over 2 months, like 8-9 weeks I've been back. I have a list of like 5 or 6 really big things that I've already accomplished. And I'm just like, wow, I matter. I'm a somebody, like there's a difference there. People feel a difference when I'm not around, and that's pretty incredible. So I'm really proud of myself for being able to build that. So yeah, we'll see how the day goes. I got so much other stuff to do, but have a great day. That's that story. I know I kind of rambled a little bit. I hope it makes sense. I really can't give too much detail. But just do the best you can, right? Do the best you can, and good things will come. All right. I'll talk to you all soon. Have a great day.